Hercules and Genitals to a Brony Plays Minecraft. It's another lovely day, and I think it's time to go exploring some more. We've been down in that ravine once, the main ravine, and we found that the main ravine led to an underground ravine. We dug down a little ways. I say led, it didn't really lead, but we found an underground ravine anyways. So, that's where we're going. We're going to go down and check it out. So we've got this iron pickaxe. We're on our way to go look at this underground ravine that we've said we're going to do about 3 times now. Yeah, redundancy. Now, there's a purpose to this. We want to start Thaumcraft. We also need to start GregTech, but we really want to start Thaumcraft too. So, either case, what we're going to need are minerals. We need lots of minerals. So I've made sure to not empty out my inventory so that it's way too full, which of course is always going to be a problem. We're going to start off by collecting this zirconium. Now, I showed this off last time. No, I didn't. I didn't really show it off. I just took a little bit of a look at it. And zirconium is used to make decorative blocks, but more about that later. I've got another video dedicated to that. Now, instead, we're going to be looking at we're going to be looking just for general minerals. We'll keep an eye out for more zirconium, of course, and pick it up. It's cool stuff. But we're going to look out for shards, like up there. We're not going to get this bauxite because we don't have the technology to start refining it yet, but we do need gold. We need gold to start Thaumcraft, and, well, we need gold to do some other stuff too, I'm sure. Gold is also useful for, like, the conductive pipes in Buildcraft, which a lot of the refining type things that we need are going to need some of those Buildcrafty type things. Now, it's not really because we need, Buildcraft doesn't have any refineries of sorts, no. But, what is it? Thermal expansion. Yeah, thermal expansion does. Thermal expansion has a lot of cool refineries that are a little bit better than industrial craft refineries, and they use Buildcraft power. Now, we will need some industrial craft power, I'm sure, but in the meantime, we're just going to pick up whatever we can find. Found some silver, some lead, I think a little bit of tin. We're going to find more tin before the day is through. Silver is very important too, but we're not going to find a whole lot of it on this trip, I think. Although finding gold is hard enough. So here we are, close to the bottom. Let's make a little bridge and see if we can get down there. You can see there's some quartz. Quartz is another thing from the same mod as the zirconium. It's the Zycraft mod, because XY somehow. Yeah, bridges. This stuff, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but because vanilla Minecraft has emeralds, the green gem that used to be called emerald is no longer called emerald. And I don't know if you'll notice my inventory or not, but it's actually called green sapphire now. So that's a thing. In the meantime, we're going to mine up this coal. Mining up the coal, mining up the coal. Got to mine up all of the coal. Mining up the coal, mining up the coal. We've got to mine all the coal because it's useful. And I just broke a pickaxe because the coal is useful. It never makes some hacks. Mining up the coal, mining up the coal. Don't forget the last bit, because that's how you do it. Let's go grab this. I think this is some tin, or maybe some silver. And there's some more right here. But it's a slightly different color, meaning, of course, that it's something slightly different. Another thing to note is that the whitish ore that I've been avoiding is aluminum, but the bauxite produces aluminium, and they are 2 separate things. Aluminium is what I need to refine for GregTech, and aluminum is what I use in Zycraft. Now, Zycraft, as I said, is full of decorative blocks, but more on that another time. Mostly because I actually have a video for it, so why talk about it here? Let's keep looking around. There's some iron over there. I'll go back to get it a little bit. What I really want is some gold and some redstone. So let's see what we can find down here. Now, ravines are always really cool places. They're like caves, but so much bigger. And because they're so much bigger, we get, better chances to find things. Like this, blue zirconium, which looks really cool as an ore. Luckily, none of it fell in the lava. But we have some redstone here, so we're going to go ahead and block off this lava so we can try and get that redstone. Avoid the aluminum right there, we don't need that. It's not useful for a whole lot. It's useful for some things, but not for a lot. So we'll grab the redstone, and I think I saw some more. Yep, right over there. So let's block off the rest of this lava. Yeah, I was about to say let's block the cobblestone. Yes, block the cobblestone. Die, cobblestone, die. No, we shall block this lava, and we shall grab the redstone, and then we'll go grab that nickelite, I think. Nickelite is kind of sort of useful if you're doing anything with red power and bluetricity. So that's a thing. Oh, we don't have an alloy furnace. No big deal. Now red power has a lot of red power's got some good sorting and just some good utility stuff in general, but it doesn't have the same sort of refining capabilities, I think. Maybe it does. Red power is... See, the issue, I think, is that everything is named funny in red power. So you don't know what it does right away, and it's extra looking up and stuff. Anyways, we're going to start mining this way. Just a little strip mine. Maybe we'll find some gold, because I haven't seen any gold down here. Now, gold normally it shouldn't be that hard to find. I mean, I say that. Everyone knows gold is... Oh, what are you talking about? This gold is, like, super valuable. It's, like, $2 billion right now. Well... Okay, that's fine, but it's not that valuable in Minecraft. You usually end up with a bunch of extra gold if you're playing vanilla. But if you're not playing vanilla, then all sorts of people give gold a use, because otherwise gold is kind of a useless block, and so they're like, oh, let's make gold a useful block. Yeah, and I guess that's theoretically okay. It's nothing wrong with making gold a useful block, but it does mean, especially when you add in a bunch of other ores, that it's not super common, or not as common. So I came back this way because, as you'll see in just a moment, or maybe you can see it already on the mini-map, second ravine. Oh yeah. And I was like, maybe there's some gold in here. And there's some zirconium. It looks nice up there. Let's take a look around and see if we can get past this water. I'll have to remember this as a nice spot for obsidian. Although I think the first ravine had some, well, the first underground ravine. I think that has obsidian too. And I've got a thorium pickaxe, which I think can pick obsidian. Even if not, I've got the rubies and emeralds and sapphires. And hey, look, gold! Alright, let's get up there. As I was saying, I think I've got the, here we go, some sapphire, and I have ruby and some emerald, or green sapphire as it's called now, because of vanilla emeralds. And you can make a pickaxe out of those. I think those will also pick obsidian. I haven't tried yet. So far I haven't needed any, although, you know, as soon as I have to go to the nether, and at some point you do. Like you do. So let's go ahead and put that on the wrong block. Watch a bat fly around, look at the creeper. He can't get us. Take that creeper. There's a zombie moaning in the background, but as you can tell, it's a bit annoying. Unless I turn the volume off for this part. When I'm recording the narration, it doesn't let me hear the sound, which is a little weird. But whatever. Take that creeper. Meh. Time to walk away. We got some gold, so we're going to head on back. We'll be able to make an apprentice wand. When you get... Oh, zirconium. Gotta grab some of this. Really cool stuff. But man, you'll just have to keep watching if you want to find out what it does. Ha 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 ha. That's how I hook you in. I would get that redstone, but there's a big scary zombie over here somewhere. And it's by some lava. So, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Another time. I don't need a whole lot of redstone right away. We'll need it more later on, of course, when we start building machines. You need so much redstone, you need a lot of rubber, things like that. We're going to need plenty of machines, especially since the GregTech machines often use some IC2 machines. So that's a thing to watch out for. In the meantime, we've got more zirconium, some red zirconium this time. I don't think we have any red yet, so I'm going to take a little bridge over here to get some. And I'm going to put all sorts of extra rock in the way that I didn't need to put there. Wonderful. Okay, great. We have red zirconium. The only stuff we're missing now is going to be some black zirconium. A little bit more gold, which is excellent. No more, though. So we have like 16s of gold. I say black. It's actually dark. It's not black. It's dark. Somehow there's a difference. Yeah. Alright, some more red zirconium, and then we'll be on our way out. Unless we get distracted again. Just checking. Gotta make sure we got everything. And of course we want to try and make our way over. Now, you notice I missed that iron. And then I stop what I'm doing to go get this iron. I'm so smooth. But that's what happens. That's what happens. When you're watching, you're not, like, you're somehow more aware of everything that goes on when you're just watching someone else play. So, sometimes you just miss things. Like, if you ever watch Sips, he misses stuff all the time, and it's kind of frustrating, because you're like, no, what are you doing? Same thing with Total Biscuit. Although, I think it's just that they can't tell, because they're in the middle of playing, and that's different. It's partly why I've been doing the commenting afterwards, during post, instead of live commenting. And I think it comes out better quality. So far no one's really said anything, but I'm pretty sure it comes out as better quality stuff. I'm stuck on a block here. Weird. Build another little cobblestone bridge over around here. Just put some more torches up, see if there's anything over here. Anything interesting? Yes, there is. Dark zirconium. This will give us all 5 colors of zirconium. Oh, look, lots of marble, too. See, that's a really good marble deposit that I would like to mine, because it's not one that looks naturally beautiful. It's just kind of there. So I wouldn't mind mining it at all. It looks like there's some tin or lead or silver. They all kind of look the same in this texture pack, which is a little disappointing. But let's throw out some cobblestone. Let's get rid of that quartz crystal. Quartz crystals are weird. They give off a tiny, tiny bit of light. They hurt you when you walk into them, so you can use them for traps. Like similarly to cactus traps, and they grow a little bit, which is a little strange, but they're not useful in crafting. Or they are. They can make a Zycraft liquid detector if you wanted one of those. Not sure what you're going to use that for, but that's because I never got into the super technical parts of these mods. You know, the logistic pipes and all that. Probably should get into them or look into them a little bit more, but that'd take a lot of extra learning. And it's hard to experiment with those. For those things, it's a lot of, go to the wiki, read the wiki, blah, 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 blah. And that's not always a bad thing. I mean, there are plenty of times when I actually do that, sure. And then if I were to play a game like Don't Starve, I would probably do the same thing. Heck, I've gone to wikis for Don't Starve and Terraria, and I've never played either one of them. But go figure. Anyways, here we are. We're Litmus the pony with his steel chestplate has to quickly make a new pick, all for that one block of zirconium right there, and also this nice block of emerald or green sapphire. Yeah, green sapphire, whatever. Right? All right. So we'll grab this, and then we'll head up and out, and head back to the palace. Yes, the palace. I should call it the palace. It doesn't look like a palace, but it is one. But first, it looks like it might be nighttime out there. So, yeah, it's dark. So we're going to go back and just wait out the night and head up when it's day. But in the meantime, I figure we'll leave in this little bit here. We'll look up lead ore because, hey, crafting recipes, everyone likes those, right? So this is the part of equivalent exchange that's left. This and alchemical bags. They really took a lot out. But you can also take lead ore and you can smelt it and you get lead ingots. You get a different type of lead ingot for some reason because there's multiple types. The PB one is the Gregcraft. You can also pulverize it, which gives you a small chance of silver, seeing as a lot of lead in the world occurs as the ore galena, and galena is lead sulfide, but for some reason it contains a lot of silver in it too, possibly just because they're both large heavy atoms, large heavy metals that like to occur. Silver especially likes to occur natively, and silver also likes to bind to sulfur, so you can get lead sulfide and silver sulfide. Anyways, you saw there that the lead can be used for some things and you can make it in some ways. And yeah, there we go. Looking at it again, lead ingot PB. Let's take a look at what that does. You can get some weird, very strange things. Invarium drop, I don't even know what that is. Battery block from a lead acid battery. Insulated coil, furnace heater, some lead wire and motor. I think a lot of this is more Greg Tech stuff. I'm not 100% sure. So grinder, redstone energy coil. It's this, I don't know, that's weird. Energy tesseract. Oh, that's from thermal expansion, I think. Yes, yes. Okay, so maybe lead is also used in thermal expansion, and I think it's also used in Thaumcraft. So it's you can see there that the lead and the obsidian, you get some hardened glass stuff. You can get nuggets and some plating, macerate it, compress it. Man, I used to think IC2 was awesome, and now it's like, oh, it's there. I don't think I'll be using very much IC2 stuff. I'll probably I will probably build, if I can talk, an IC2 power source of some type, like a coal generator or something like that. Probably just a coal generator. Well, I think I'm going to work toward a solar one, but I haven't shown the solar recipe. But the solar panel recipe in Feed the Beast is crazy. It's a lot harder than it used to be. And I guess that makes some sense because in real life, solar panel technology is not cheap and it's not efficient. It's kind of efficient, but it's kind of cheap. It's cheaper than it used to be 10 years ago, sure. But either way, it's not as cheap as, like, you know, coal power. And, yeah, the materials are hard to get. Not only that, but solar panels give you tons of electricity in Tech It and Feed the Beast. You know, IC2 solar panels, because they're so efficient. They just, so much energy. That it makes sense for them to be a little harder to make, to try and make it a more endgame thing and force you to work with other technologies in the meantime, which is kind of the point. Otherwise, you're just going straight to the solar panel, and yeah, it's a little obnoxious to grind up the coal to get there, but once you're there, it doesn't really matter. You've got all the stuff you need for it. So, that's that. Say I'm just looking around. I need a little bit more wood for something. Probably for my Wand of the Apprentice, since we have some gold. We can smelt that up. And while we're smelting, we'll just grab a little bit more wood here. And then we can get our wand. And we won't be able to start Thaumcraft, like, doing much with the wand right away. There's a few things we could do. For example, we could build a crucible somewhere and start crucibling. Yeah, that's a word. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to build a... I mentioned last video that I was going to build a basement. And I showed you where the basement was going to be. So, in between this episode and the next, I'm going to work on that. And we'll have a basement for Thaumcraft stuff, and a basement for machine craft, Greg Tech, technical science stuff. Blah. This is the Technomancer playthrough. I'm doing techno stuff and Mancer stuff, so yeah, I have to have basements for them. I could have above ground things, but I feel like doing a basement is a little bit better because I don't have to worry about design as much. Anyways, here we go, ready for to make our wand. Forgot that we need some sticks. Went chopping all that wood and forgot to grab some sticks. Smooth. So there we go, some sticks. And I'm dropping everything all over the place for some reason. There we go. Sticks, a shard, and a nugget. Wand of the Apprentice. Aw, yeah. Alright, we're ready. Not really. We still have to find reeds for a book. And we still have to make that basement. So, that's what I'm going to be working on. Until next time, thanks for watching, and keep on trotting.